Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Rasconja. In today's video, I'm going to be getting into the best roamers in Siege and why with a good old tier list. We know we love a Rasco tier list, so let's get right into it. I don't want to waste any time. I've put the defenders that I just think there's no point talking over because you just don't roam with them. Waste of time. You could roam with Maestro and Echo off site, even a Clash really, but individually doesn't really work, which is what the video is about. So I'm going to start off with just the whole row and do it. Smoke, honestly, he should go in E tier in theory, but however, I could argue that Smoke roaming sometimes does work ever so slightly, so I don't want to put him in that tier list right at the bottom. I think it can work at times if you just roam slightly off site to do a play or whatever, but obviously the principle of Smoke, stay on site, smoke it off. A Rooney for me, it's probably going to be a B tier if I think about it. You want to place a gate on the walls and stuff, and obviously your teammates can activate and enemies can activate and deactivate it. However, I do think you need to on site with a Rooney, play around your own gate and try to reactivate your gate and kind of play around site. You got your fist that can be useful, drop hatches, those kind of things. I think she's a good rotator, but I don't think you need to be the one to be off site because the kit isn't that excellent. I think she's 2 speed as well, so not the fantastic roam. I wouldn't go pick a Rooney for a roam, but you know what I mean. Jaeger, you know what? Jaeger for me, old Jaeger, you could do whatever you want with Jaeger now, I think. But Jaeger right now, I think you can roam with him if you want to. The point with Jaeger before he's 3 speed, so you could roam around with him and be a demon. Now I don't think he's quite as good, but I wouldn't be like, oh my god, my Jaeger's roaming. So pretty simple with that. For me, Alibi goes into S tier, the first operator in S tier. Alibi at the moment is a 3 speed. Demon 1.5 on Alibi is at MX4, I think it is, with a shield that you can pre-place. You can carry some of your decoys around with you as well. That will allow you to, you know, bait them out, throw them outside, to, you know, for a distraction, those kind of things. Very useful. Then we have Kaid. Kaid for me is honestly probably goes into D tier. You can roam with him, however, with Kaid tricking at the moment and all the changes with bandits and those kind of things, I feel like Kaid, I don't like to see Kaid off site because I just think keep one in your pocket or put both of them down. If you have one of those fancy setups, shout out to Ali Littleton if you guys watch him, those guides where you throw your Kaid spots in special locations so it does 1 wall out of the 3 and the other one does 2, those kind of things, then you can go roam. But again, you got that C4, those kind of things. I don't really fancy the roam with Kaid. Azami, you can do whatever you want with Azami in my opinion. However, I do think she's still a little bit better on site than she is off site. Yeah, those keeper barriers on your own aren't that good, but you know, when you're off site on your own, I think they're much more useful with other teammates. Combination with, you know, basically you just want to slow them down, and normally it's on site, not off site. So I don't think, but hey, she's got a good kit. So, you know, it's one of those, I think B tier / C tier is kind of those operators that have got good kit that you can roam with, but I wouldn't advise it, but it wouldn't be a crime if that makes sense. However, D and E tier would be, oh no, don't do that, don't do that. Bandit now for me is actually the same as Kaid. You could roam with Bandit, you know what, I'll put him one higher than Kaid because I think he's a better roamer than Kaid. However, only because of the gun. I still think now with bandit trick and how it works, how you can bandit trick the same wall, those kind of things, I don't recommend roaming. Ella is one of those better roamers. She's just not quite good enough. It's a hard one not to put in the S tier, but that shotgun nerf for me, it made her the full package for, you know, being a roamer, being cheeky, those kind of things. She's still great, 3 speed. You'll see a trend with the S tier / A tier operators. There's a trend about 3 speed, good gun, good gadget, those kind of things. Ella has that. However, the gun is a little bit difficult to use, those kind of things. I still think the people who are going to go into S tier are much better than a Ella. Just, well, not much better, a little bit better. Castle for me doesn't have the kit to roam with. I don't think he's the worst operator, but the UMP and the super shorty kind of combination is not your roamers. Yeah, you got the super short to get out there, but it's not a roamer's wet dream, if that makes sense. You kind of want your alibis and other operators that will be mentioned in a minute. Goyo, again, Goyo would go into D tier, but I'm actually going to put him into B / C, only because you can put his shield on, let's say, cafe upstairs in the bedroom and play down below, which technically is a form of roaming, and detonating from below, those kind of things. So he has a little bit more roam potential than he used to. Rook, nope. Just don't roam with Rook. Sorry, I don't like it. You can spawn peek with Rook, that's a difference, but don't roam with Rook. Any 1 speed operator is a nightmare to roam with. You just don't want to do it. It's just harder for you than it is. If you want to do that, go use someone else with a 2 speed. Just 1 speed ain't it. You want to talk about someone who can roam? Thunderbird is kind of that operator. Much better than your Doc and your Rook, wherever Doc is. I'm going to put Doc in the same tier as Rook, personally, for this. I think Thunderbird is what you want if you want to have healing or, you know, more health, those kind of things, and still be able to roam. You can put 2 down, that's what I like to do if you roam with Thunderbird. Put 2 K-Coney stations, I like to call it, down, and keep one with you for a bit of heals if you need to, because it takes about 5-6 seconds for it to heal you when you've got it in your pocket, those kind of things. So yeah, I just don't recommend roaming with these two. Thunderbird, yes. Again, I still don't think she's the best. The Spear's a fantastic gun though. She has got the C4 and got a close quarter gun. She could be close to S tier. I just don't quite. I like flex with Thunderbird, not the full S tier roam, because you got these two absolute demons of roams. I might as well do them 2 in 1. Mozzie and Kavir are both S tier roamers. Mozzie because you can capture their drones, which denies intel, which you can roam. The Roni with the 1.5 is goated. I think he's 2 speed, if I'm correct. I don't think he's 3 speed. He's 2 speed, and obviously, guys, I'm one of these YouTubers. Correct me if I'm wrong, by the way. And you can use the enemy drones when you capture them to help you hide in spots and drone it out for yourself, or get a teammate to do it for you. I think he's a great roamer. I absolutely have no problem with Mozzie going off site. There's not much value to site. You obviously don't want to die straight away because then you capture their drones, but he's still denying drones, so it's still a good combination. And obviously Cav, for me, is one of the best low elo roamers. However, I would never play her in Diamond Elo. That's just, I want to put that out there. I just think she's an absolute just no-go. Flow Elo, she's going to go in here, but if I was making a Diamond, roaming list, she would not be here, if that makes sense. I don't rate Cav. If you're low Elo, go ahead and play her, but if you're trying to climb the ranks and you're trying to play her, it's just not the op. I know she's 3 speed, silent step, all that stuff, but in high elo, things do get droned, which is why Mozzie, Alibi, things that still trick you are slightly better than a Cav and those kind of things. I hope that makes sense. Capcan for me is an A tier operator. Honestly, Capcan at the moment is just an S tier operator in general. You can roam with him easily, put your traps there to help you as well. You can put one trap down, play off the trap noise, those kind of things. That's why I recommend doing 1.5 C4. I don't need to tell you what Capcan is, you'll know about Capcan. Warden, the thing with Warden is he's actually not got a bad kit. However, I'm going to have to put him to D tier only because of this reason. Warden is basically only useful with flashes and smokes, and flashes and smokes either get used near side, they don't get used off side most of the time. And then yeah, you might be able to get so attacker sometimes might try to flashbang you out of position. Those things are maybe Warden then useful, just not really. Most of that stuff happens on site, so you cannot Warden on site. 30 C4, those kind of things. I just think Warden is better as a more of an anchor than a roamer, so I would advise stay away from Warden. Legion for me is probably going to go C/, but he's an okay one. I'm going to put him in the B to make it nice and even. No, it's fair enough. He's got a great gun, to be fair. Impacts, you can, if you stay, okay, wait, no, I'm changing my mind a little bit. I'm gonna have to put him next to Goyo. He could even go into D tier because of this reason. I was going to say you can play off the goo mines. For me, a Legion is 10 times better when he's alive in the last minute than he is dead in the first minute. If you can put double, triple the amount of goo mines down, you have so much more potential to A, hit people, and B, win you rounds. So I would actually maybe put him, I'll put him on OC tier, but I would put him in D tier otherwise, so I actually would stay away from him. Valkyrie's nerfed now, where her cameras get destroyed after 10 seconds after throwing them outside, has made her less good for roaming in my opinion. She's not bad, you can play around it. I think one of the great things to do with Valk is to throw a Valcam somewhere, have your teammate on it, throw your C4 roam, kill one, do you know what I mean, swing, those kind of things. So I'd stay away from her, but it's not the worst. Malusi now used to be an ST operator for me, now she's A tier with the Malusi gadget nerf. Don't need to say much about her. 3 speed, cool gadget, decent gun, bit of a pea shooter, you know what I mean. She'll see for other things to help her. Not as good anymore. Mute goes in the same tier as Smoke for me. Probably slightly better if you were using the MP5K, those kind of things instead. Or I think he has an MP5K. I'm doubting myself. What is it? FMG9? I'm not sure. He has basically a better gun than Smoke if you want to go roam with him. So he's slightly higher than Smoke, but still don't roam with Mute is basically my opinion. I'll be waiting for this little icon to show on screen. Oryx is the best roamer in Rainbow Six Siege. I'll fight this in the comments. Tell me why he isn't. Literally tell me why he isn't. I know you might say this guy, he isn't. He's also S tier, but he's not. Tell me why Vigil's better. Oryx gun, I think it does more damage. Either Vigil's gun does more damage and Oryx has more fire rate. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Vigil's gun has more damage, which means I think it takes less bullets to kill, but I think we did the maths on stream, and because of the fire rate of this gun, the guns are the same, because it basically it does more damage per bullet. I'm explaining this very badly. However, this gun fires so quick with little damage that it basically adds up over time, if that makes sense. So you want the gun that has high fire rate, so check. Oryx has, again, is not 3 speed, but he has the dashes that recharge so quickly. It basically makes him 4 speed in my opinion. He can escape through hatches and through walls more times than Vigil can. Vigil has 2 impacts and that's it. So, I don't know, Bailiff as well, those kind of things. I just think Oryx is the best. The T5 with the 1.5 is just better in my opinion. But anyway, you can find me down below if you don't agree. I'd love to know why. I think Oryx for me right now is the one to play if you haven't already. We move on to Pulse. Pulse is actually not that bad. He's not that great. I kind of want to put him into B, but I don't think it's right. I'm going to put him into C. He's okay. I think a Pulse playing below or above from on site, near site is better than a Pulse away from site, but you could roam with your own scanner yourself and hide somewhere, but again, you're going to get droned. He's just not the worst, not the best thing on one of those. Frost, again, kind of goes in the same tier as these ones. You can put your Frost mats down, go do your thing, make your shotgun, blah, blah, blah. Again, Frost is a little bit better to play off your Frost mats. Again, you could have one roaming, but it's probably going to get droned, etc., etc. It's just not the worst, but not the best. Wamai, honestly, I would want to put Wamai higher, but it's a bit like the Legion. I think Wamai needs to go next to Legion for me in the tier list because it's the same principle. For me, Wamai is 10 times stronger if you throw your 6 magnets down than your 2 magnets. That's just my pure opinion. So you want to stay alive, so you want to anchor. But again, the gun and the kit's not bad, so you can roam with it. You get the general gist of this right now. And Thorn, the last operator I have here, Thorn for me is probably the B tier one here because she has, I think if you put 3 of her Razor Blooms together and play off that, she's very good as a stay near site, but the room next to site. I don't know what to call it, but just slightly away from site. So it's not quite a roamer. Her guns packs a punch. I think she's 2-speed as well. So a decent operator. Kind of goes with the Azami kind of feel for me. And there you have it, guys. Thanks so much for watching the tier list, and I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe button, and see you.